Hello, 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 and welcome to the Rag Company Podcast. I'm Dane Hennen. To my right, Levi Gates.
Oh, baby, it feels good to be back.
Across from me, Anthony Fisher.
Oh, hey.
And to my left, Morgan McMurry.
Hey, guys.
All right. What's been going on, guys?
It's been a busy week.
Yes, it has.
It's been a very busy...
Why do you have to start it with like a sigh? Like, why do you have to make that sound?
Because it's been a
sometimes
long
it's
week,
fun.
and we're
it's
just
fun to relax.
Isn't
It feels
it
good.
Tuesday?
letting
Feels-
off some
feels
steam.
Is it not Tuesday?
It is, but it felt like a Saturday this morning. Like, it
Yeah.
felt like, I was like, we can relax. Like, we can... And then I was like, oh, no, I can't. There's still a lot of stuff to be done.
Don't
And
know.
we leave in 1 week.
That's the sound that you should be making.
Okay. Well,
Anyways, it's a sigh. It's a sigh of relief and
mostly,
happiness
yeah.
because we've had a successful weekend. Is what
we
you,
had
is
a,
what you mean
we had
to
a
say.
great
It's
weekend.
we made it, is
We
what
made
that
it.
sound is.
So Thursday, we had a wonderful party at your parents' house. It was
Lovely.
very nice of them to do that.
Wait, what holiday?
4th of July.
Holy crap! You
The
don't
Lord's
say
birthday.
So.
That's kind of holiday.
That's not true.
Oh, it's... Oh.
I believe in 1776. Is that the right year? Do I get
no,
Yes.
I wanted to see him finish
Yes.
this to
Go
see how
ahead.
much he
I wasn't
knew.
going to help him. That's why I
Yeah,
was just
no,
keeping
I
my
was
mouth
gonna let
shut.
him.
We'll see
Go.
what he can...
In 1776, we
Year.
gave the big middle finger to technically an island.
Well, we're going to go visit that island
We're
next
gonna
week.
be
so
there
Are you
and-
sure you want to talk about this?
Just
Oh,
about
sorry.
a week.
Yeah, sorry. Great friends we have become, over the years after the separation, of course. It's kind of like some divorced parents, right? Who at first it's rough, but with time, as they see their child grow older, they begin to kind of come back together again.
I like it. I like that. That
We're
was
just
great.
going to ignore 1812. Any rate,
So, no, but yeah, great time on Thursday.
yeah.
Friday night, Friday, Eric showed up from
Yeah.
G-Technic.
Yeah.
He was here for the live.
He was here for the live, so hopefully you guys caught that. That was fun to have him. And then Friday was just getting prepped and ready for the event on Saturday.
Yep.
Saturday was a hit. We probably had, 75, 85 people there for the whole time?
Yeah.
Throughout the day. We wrapped the Suburban. Towards the end, people started to tail off. But
So it was due to the extreme heat.
it was starting to
And
get
the
hot
sweat.
again.
It was
Started getting hot.
The turkey rolls were gone, so everyone said.
They pieced out.
It was.
She made a face and then made the piece.
So we had to pull in fans.
He
We
didn't
had to pull in
catch it.
fans, multiple
It's
things.
great
It was just
podcasting.
it got a little wet.
It got muggy.
It got muggy.
Yeah. And we couldn't find the big fan that Bart had.
That is true.
So if we would have had the big fan on, I think a lot more people would have stuck
Yeah.
around and hung out. But it was a great event. Ragnarok looks amazing. And Eric got to coat the car, and Andrew finally showed up,
Yeah.
which was great because
Yeah.
he got
Right
delayed
at
on
the
many
end.
flights. But he was able to arrive just in the nick of time.
He was watching the live feed from his phone at the
Yep.
airport.
Yep. And then Friday, Friday night, we went over to Jeff and Carolyn's
You did, yeah.
for a little hangout sesh. Or no, it was on Saturday. Friday night, I went home. Saturday, we did a little hangout sesh after the event, which was great.
Yeah.
Just chilled at your
Drinks,
parents' house.
Lake, right?
Yeah, just kind of hung
lakeside.
out, just said hi.
Waterside.
I left early when Adam Thurman left.
Yeah.
Made it back home and hung out. And so the boys were back. We all took Sunday kind of off to ourselves. And then Monday, the boys were here and we filmed a bunch of videos, G-Technic inspired videos with the guys. And then just spent the day with them. That was great. It was good fun. Nice little weekend, so to speak. What else did you guys do? What was Sundays?
Sunday was
Realistically, that was our only day this week that we had off.
Yeah,
So
that was my aunt's birthday, and even then, we still that night went out to dinner with Eric and Andrew.
well, you went with
So,
them.
yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
Joined
Dane.
them
Good job.
Yeah, just hung out and showed
is
him
your-
around Boise a little bit.
Your aunt's birthday?
It was my aunt's birthday. Yeah,
Gwen?
Tracy.
Oh,
Oh,
Tracy.
Tracy. Is that
Tracy,
Will's mom?
Yes.
Okay.
I have met Aunt Tracy once. Aunt Gwen's
She
my
showed up
favorite.
at the party at the
Oh.
very end.
yeah.
I like Gwenny. She's cool. Every time she
Gwen's-
sees me, she
Gwen's
knows
my
who I
favorite,
am.
Yeah.
So
No, she she had just gotten a bit of surgery done recently, and they were worried like if she'd be able to speak or something. But she ended up being totally fine. Which, if you know Gwen, you know she couldn't speak. Boy,
Oh my! She would be signing to you.
she would lose her mind. So
well,
yeah.
she'd get a piece of paper and she'd be writing it down and
Yeah.
handing you notes.
Totally. So I was
so you
happy
had
to
that.
see
So you had a
everybody
party.
doing well. And
Yeah.
no, it was very nice. Sunday brunch, just kind of kept it simple. And then that night, we just took the guys out, showed them around Boise a little
Yeah.
bit.
Took them downtown.
Yeah, took them to
You and your
Juniper.
dad, or you and your dad and your
It
mom?
was my brother, my dad, and my mom.
Oh, nice. So the some might say the family, the
Yeah.
TRC family,
You
took
could
out.
say that.
That's very nice, Dane.
So that was like our one day off, and when
yeah.
I wasn't doing that, I was home helping my neighbors build a fence.
Oh,
So that's what I did this weekend.
very nice.
What a nice thing to do is to help them. So, have you gotten into woodwork before in the past? What kind of woodworking experience would you say you've had?
You might find it odd, but there was a time in my life where I thought, maybe I'll just make a living building furniture, like designing stuff. I thought it'd be kind of cool.
How
and
much?
Fun.
How many pieces of furniture did you create?
I whittled about one thing, but at the same time, like it was just I liked the idea of the design. So that was something that appealed to me.
And you know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of that scene from Meet the Parents, where he, I believe it was what's his name, Owen Wilson.
Yep.
Says he carved this arbor
Out
of one piece of beech wood.
Oh yeah.
And he says, believe it or not, I actually carved this out of one piece of beech wood, and it's like it's huge.
It's like a gazebo.
Yeah.
And you're looking at it going, that's not
You're
possible.
Like, what?
That is
that
not
was,
true at all.
Literally, and then catches on fire. Probably one of my favorite
Yeah.
scenes in a movie
It's a
ever.
good movie. I missed that movie.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch
So
it
yeah,
again.
basically that was just something kind of fun, but yeah,
Well, that's nice.
didn't make it too crazy. But the fence, it had to be done. A storm in the last few months had caused it to lean, and the wood was just getting really old. It was about 32 years old, or
Yeah.
30 thereabouts.
It's nice. Very
Anyway,
nice.
yeah. So it needed to be replaced.
Well, wood does fall eventually.
So we replaced them with metal uprights this
Oh
time.
my goodness.
Wow.
But there's
you
still
guys-
wood for the actual.
They made of Valerian steel.
Well, not quite that cool.
Just galvanized.
So, for those that don't know, there is a fly.
Anthony
Yeah,
is
sorry, they're all
distracted by a
distracted by
fly
this fly.
in this room that keeps trying to land on his head.
He's
Yeah.
a special guest.
Well, we
It's a new friend of
tried
ours.
sending him out the door, and he refused.
So, one thing I wanted to
Don't
talk
hit that light.
So what
my
I wanted,
God.
that's got TV screen in it.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
Anthony, I think you just broke it.
What?
I think you
Oh,
just broke the
This is-
screen. Did you hear
what do you-
that?
Oh, you
my
totally broke
God,
it.
Anthony.
wow,
Yeah.
dude, way
You're
to
gonna
go!
get in so much trouble.
Are you serious?
They left that with us because it was only partially broken, but now you fully broke it.
I broke the hell
For
out of
those
that.
who are only listening and cannot see, Anthony had this very interesting little
like a
fold-out
small
booklet
tablet.
thing. It's like a tablet with like a folding cover, and really, it's just a little video screen.
It's right
And it'll
here.
play like a pre-selected set of videos that
It's
you
on-
just
it
load
landed
up
on
with
Dane's
via
head. Get it.
USB. No, no,
So,
no.
anyway, what I wanted to say was, I thought that was very nice of you to take your, take your Sunday not only to help your fellow neighbor, but also to spend time, doing a bit of business development for the company
That's right.
with your parents.
Yep.
I would like to make an announcement, Dane, that
Ooh.
I
Feel
feel
free.
needs to be said.
I agree.
I think we all need to
There's
have
an elephant
something-
in the
have-
room.
I'm really afraid of where this is going, but
And
I'll
it's
allow
not
No,
it.
the fly.
and I think we all need to say this is a safe space.
This is a safe space. It's, we're amongst family here.
Yep. We
Something
don't want
that-
anyone to be afraid.
Oh no.
So you know what I did this weekend? What we did on Saturday.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. A big day.
It was a big day, Saturday. So
Taking the company colors.
we took the company colors and
Took the
you know,
company name.
Some might say, the shield of the house sigil. Some would say
Absolutely, is the house
Where the
sigil.
hell is
the
this
house
going?
sigil
That was-
emblazoned upon the power of Ragnarok, which, as we
Absolutely.
all know, is Jeff Hennen's most prized possession.
Absolutely.
Except he doesn't
It's
possess it anymore.
quite well. That's because he bequeathed it to his favorite heir and true heir to the Rag Company dynasty, me.
Yes.
Wow.
So
That's it's a claim.
I'll just let
And
that
this
pass
is
without
this is
comment.
this is
No,
a claim that I'm
that-
laying down on the table.
No, it's a healthy claim as well.
So
and
I'm putting it out there.
and
So.
that's
This
fine
is
for
worse
you.
have-
writing than the
Did you
last
have
season
something?
of Game
But
of Thrones.
I do have a claim as well.
You do.
Last week, I was pulled aside several times during the week, right? To
Okay.
be told that saying, Anthony, you have done so much, and you continue to do so much, and we see you being a driving force in the future, and
Like a general.
The potential.
Mm.
No, the potential as a true heir to the throne as well, and as why they have not handed me down any type of physical item at this point yet. I am expecting something in the near future.
Because they said they didn't know what was good enough to give to you.
It was more of the word of them saying, "Hey, we want to pull you aside privately to tell you."
You were pulled aside privately many times,
and they said, multiple times.
Multiple times last week. I remember that.
That you have something deep inside you that
I can
is,
might require a doctor.
Let me put it in this. I see what you're saying. For those of you that have seen the movie Gladiator, fine film. Marcus Aurelius pulls Maximus aside,
yes,
and states, "I want you to lead Rome when I pass."
We're just really beating around the bush here.
Want
what
to
happened?
say that.
What happened in the movie? Marcus Aurelius died without telling everyone.
He didn't spread the word,
right?
Like he should have.
And then his son Commodus took it over and was a horrible person.
People suffered.
A lot of people died
greatly
It's
because of
not good.
miscommunication.
Right.
And that's where I'm coming into play to say I'm all ears, Jeff and Carolyn. I am ready to take over.
I like this. This is a very good claim.
I am ready to claim.
Mind you, I still hold and wield the power of Ragnarok.
And that is your claim, absolutely.
It's like a sword. It was like
It is.
It's
at
like
this point,
this is going on
fang.
forever.
At this point, it is only my word to your physical item. But
well, I have.
All we have to
it
do
says
is
on my Instagram that I am the true
alley,
heir.
and then we settled
It's
it.
over.
Wait, hold
Yeah.
on.
Just like
So
that.
if you
I
go
made
to
it
the
look
rag
chunky,
company,
but I can handle
So,
it.
Dane, let me
yeah.
put this out here.
Yeah.
If you go to the rag company Levi,
Yeah,
first line
Instagram, correct?
on
yeah.
Instagram,
Yeah.
it says true heir to TRC. Then it says husband, father, master of shine.
So
Tim,
you
Tim,
really
Tim, can you confirm this? Because we would like to confirmation. Dane, what does your Instagram
What does your
say?
Instagram say?
what's your bio?
I don't
Dane?
What's your bio
remember-
say on your Instagram?
I don't. Okay, I don't live on my Instagram feed as shown by my 600 some odd followers, where I'm not
For
necessarily
research
that-
purposes, can anyone recall
Dane-
possibly
Dane,
what Dane's bio says?
600 to 20,000. It doesn't matter how many.
Founder
followers
of the
you
Rag
have.
Company podcast, son of the owners,
Ah.
whatever you want to throw out there.
Oh, son of the owners.
yeah.
So you
Just son of the
that is
owners.
your claim.
Son of the
The son of
owners
the- son of
the
may
owners.
not equate to
So-
next in
As
line.
right.
I know,
So-
All I know is
as
you guys
we
have
have-
spent the last 7 minutes just
So,
as
Morgan,
we
blathering
have
on.
seen, as with Ramsey being
Yeah.
a bastard child,
Yeah.
he still was drawn in under law, right?
Yeah,
As
yeah.
a lawful.
Yeah. He
Heir.
became a
It's
It's
Bolton.
building
He
a lot of
became a Bolton.
suspense
Yeah.
for me.
Morgan,
Seriously, I wonder if
Now,
we've
Morgan,
lost like
you had-
everybody but like 2
you had
people in the
something to
audience
say.
at this point.
you were saying you also had an announcement.
Well, I didn't want to really bring this up, but they did tell me that
How many claims are there at
they
this point?
they were unsure because at first they thought that they wanted to give the company on to a guy because that's all they really had, and then I came along, basically saved everyone, and then they realized that they wanted to have a daughter and they wanted to adopt
a
me
female representative of
Yes.
of the rag company.
because it's
see.
only right,
Well, technically, Carolyn is the owner of the rag company,
Exactly.
so it
It's
is a
true.
woman-owned business.
Well,
and she doesn't want that to change.
And I also think that we're very well aware that Dane is not wanting to procreate and pass down.
He has said
the
on
line
many
further,
occasions
that he
he
is
is not
not
Callie
having
he is
children.
cannot
not a fan of children.
be an employee of the rag company.
How? So
Good
with in
Lord,
Dane not
you
being able to
guys.
do that by himself, and with the stories of immaculate conception, this is this is
Well, they're looking for the next. We've started is somewhat of the War of the Seven Kingdoms.
Yeah.
Main
Abs-
Show 100 is so far off the rails at this point.
No,
it
I
is
see it as
not.
a
It
Dane.
is-
We are talking about the future of the rag company.
we
here.
yeah, absolutely.
You know, we are going to see where this goes. So, any of my bannermen that wish to rally behind the Ragnarok,
Yeah.
feel free
Fly.
to do so. Let us know what side you're on.
and
The fly
any
is
of,
also in
and
the
any
running.
of my rallymen,
Your
fly.
bannermen that want to rally behind you.
my bannermen that want to get behind me and the ADA sigil. I'm sorry, I mean the just Anthony sigil.
Oh, okay.
Get
The
behind
Americans
me
with Disabilities
back-
Act sigil.
Oh my god.
and back me up and say, hey,
I like this. Mm-hmm.
we've heard your word. We've heard and we've seen the future, and we see a leader deep and deep within you that needs to be pulled out.
Well, you're an everyman.
And then also, well, I mean, then in Morgan, in the case of having 41,000.
Yeah, she does technically have the
Followers.
strongest. She does have the strongest following. Some might say the largest army.
I do have the largest army.
I think if they were to cast a vote, I think that topples ours.
That fly keeps touching me. I don't like it.
I mean, if I really got to play that card,
what's your take,
do you
Dane?
have a birth certificate, Dane, that we could see?
I designed the logo, so anybody who likes the logo can join my team. Just saying.
But I got Next Day Nate to design the newest logo that is emblazoned upon the shield sides of Ragnarok.
And that is true.
And what was the inspiration
and it's the
for
most
that? Oh,
popular,
that's right. The original.
popular.
The original.
It is the most popular right
You
now.
know what else is
Called the
interesting? He has an American truck that he's called Ragnarok. Meanwhile, I'm the one with an actual Swedish vehicle here. So
Ragnarok is
I'm gonna
the
put that out
apocalypse,
there.
Dane.
yeah.
And as far as I know,
Surtur
as far as it
comes and destroys Asgard.
and as far as I know, that there's a Chilton manual for Ragnarok.
There is, and it's quite possibly.
So there's a Chilton manual for the apocalypse. Is that what you're
there's
saying?
there probably is a Haynes or a Chilton manual.
Unlike the Volvo.
I was gonna say somebody's gonna chime in and say something about Revelations or something, but yeah,
It's good stuff. Good
Anyways,
stuff.
Good stuff.
I think it's time to
Now
move
that we
on.
got that
So-
off of our chest,
so
that was a
basically-
good feeling to
yeah.
just get that out on the
Well,
table.
That
we
was
needed
just
it was
a
something
whole
we've
lot
been
of
holding. That was
nonsense.
something we've been holding on, and
Yeah.
we have talked many times the Dane of Thrones.
Who will bend the knee?
Yeah,
Who
right.
will bend the knee?
And that's the
really
biggest.
what it comes
That's
down
really the
to.
biggest thing. So,
Yeah.
like we said, make sure you guys, if you want, leave your comments. We're rallying our bannermen basically
Yep,
and
yep.
women. So,
Yeah.
there
Bring
we go.
it.
So Sunday I went hiking. It was a good time. So went on a hike.
guys, this wasn't planned.
the
I
Moors-
literally had no idea what
Went
that
on the
last 10
Moors
minutes
Mountain
was.
Loop.
Just like a fever dream.
Yeah,
It was
me
the
either.
Beautiful
weirdest.
weather. It's perfect sky, beautiful weather, nice and cool, good breeze.
Yeah.
Ran the kids, good fun.
Yeah.
Had a great time. Went with our friends and their children. It was a blast.
Yeah.
So
Good for
that
you.
was my Sunday. Monday was my wife and I's 14th anniversary. So
Very
been
important.
married for 14 years.
Congratulations. Hey, you know what?
Thank you. I appreciate it. It takes a lot of work to get to that level.
It does. It does. Absolutely.
I'm not going to say it's easy, but it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But tomorrow is Carly's birthday.
Ah.
So she'll be
Ooh.
Wow, like
ripe old age.
right
of
in a row there.
37. So
Are you kidding me? She's turning 22.
well,
Yeah.
I think she'd be happy to hear that.
She is.
I married her when she was 22. So,
Aw.
and then she turned 23
Well, no,
like 2 days later.
No, she stopped aging after
So,
that. So 22 in my eyes.
sounds like he wants
go.
to carry your sigil.
It's all right. So, basically, we are we're going out to dinner tomorrow night, and it's gonna be fun. So,
Yeah. Nice.
we've been talking juniper or fork.
Juniper was where we went on Sunday
We took
night. Very,
yep,
very
and we took
nice.
Dylan Von Kleiss there, and it was delicious. They had delicious hamburgers and garlic fries.
Awesome.
Yes.
So I'm rooting for juniper. So we will see what the choice is by the end of the evening tomorrow, or by the beginning of the evening, I should say.
However
'cause
she's
maybe-
feeling.
Yes. So
Either
pretty
way.
good stuff.
It'll be a beautiful evening. Right on. That was your Sunday?
That was my Sunday and my Monday, basically.
Yeah.
So this week we've just got to get a lot of stuff done, have a weekend, and then we get on a plane. But
Yeah.
what'd you guys do?
Well, jumping into it, I mean, basically, Friday night, it was kind of after we finished up with what we were doing here. It was like, okay, let's, heading back home, and went and actually saw Spider-Man. Is what I did. So
I heard good things.
I really liked it. And you have to go into it as like hey, they're making the best of the aftermath of, because Avengers was such a heavy movie, right? You have to think like, how do you even like bounce back from that? I think they did it right. They kind of covered it in like good light humor. It was fun, and I think that, how do I say this? It's not a bad movie if you're like really into the whole thing and you're like trying to pick apart every single little thing. Don't do that. Just go it and enjoy it, and I think you're gonna really like it. But saw that, and I liked it so much in fact that it's one of those movies that the next day when you kind of like want to watch it again. That's how I felt. I liked it that much,
Yeah.
so it was really, really cool.
Well, that's a good sign.
And so Saturday we had our whole day clinic, and that we initially was 9 to 2 was what we planned.
9 to 3:30.
3.
We were here to 5:30.
Yep.
Yeah, it ran a little long and a little hot day. At the end of the day, we were all just wiped out.
Yeah.
We had been walking back and forth all day long through both buildings. So went home, and I just turned on the newest season of It's Always Sunny, and they have the new 13th season out on Hulu now.
Nice.
So watched a few of those episodes, went to bed. And then Sunday, I woke up bright and early, went for a quick rip in my
Rip on the toilet. Went for a quick rip, bright and early. took a quick grip on the toilet.
What happens
In
every-
fairness, I'm pretty sure the Evo gets used
Yeah.
less.
Yeah.
Then his toilet. He drives his toilet more than the Evo. Yeah.
Drive my
Okay,
toilet way
don't
more than
elaborate
the
on
Evo,
that or
okay.
anything. Good lord.
So I went and took the Evo out for a quick spin, and
Well, you had to put gas in it and warm up the tires.
I had to warm it up. Yeah, I had to make sure the blinker fluid was full. You know, make sure everything was running smoothly.
Speaking of, I think the Suburban's blinker fluid is low.
is it low?
I just tried to use it and it was flashing very
Should
fast.
I try to get our blinker fluid sponsor
I
back
was gonna say,
on
wait,
here?
was I not supposed to drink that? Because I did.
Yeah, I think that's actual blinker fluid.
Yeah, I got us feeling.
actual blinker
Yeah.
fluid.
Got us feeling a certain way for sure. No, following that, went out for a Grom ride, did some Grom things, installed some new crash sliders onto my Grom. I got them in a trade deal with a buddy.
Planning on doing a lot of crashing.
So it slides
never,
across the
never
floor.
planning on it, but I got them anyways, and they look really cool. So I did that, and then Sunday night, super relaxed. Went and visited my parents. Went and did some just stuff around town. What I really need to do is get back into the gym. I know a lot of people are probably
Well,
wondering.
the UK cut is in full effect.
You can
We've
tell
got
it's
one
working.
more week.
Oh
We're going to
my
be
God.
getting on the scale and weighing ourselves and seeing how we've done.
Let's be honest here, all right? It hasn't gone the best.
I am still trying to watch my carb intake and not haven't gone to the gym in a couple weeks. But
So-
I am doing Taekwondo.
So here's the thing.
Taekwondo.
I feel like I started super strong. I
Yeah.
was dieting. I think
You did.
everybody
Yeah, we
even
all
was
started
like,
very
hey,
strong.
That's
everybody
how
was
it
like,
always
Kind of
everybody
goes.
lost
was looking-
momentum after New Jersey.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
New
went-
Jersey screwed us up.
We went to New Jersey and we're like, okay, like we could probably still continue
Well,
on.
I ate
with
a lot of
this.
protein. I watched my carb counts.
All they had at breakfast were those damn soggy Eggo waffles at the Super 8, and then we had
That's why I had
to
yogurt.
eat those.
Yeah.
Do trust eating yogurt at a Super 8.
Yeah, it was chilled.
I didn't,
It's a sealed
didn't-
item.
Didn't even have.
And
an
then when we went
expiration
to
date on it, Dane.
Hampton, I ate lots of bacons and eggs.
The bacons and eggs.
The bacons and eggs.
Yeah.
The bacons.
Back to the story. Back to what I was saying is I need to get back in the gym, and I think that's my biggest motivation. It's just right now, I'm just not feeling
Well, you've
it.
got 7 days.
Dude, well, I get very what's it called? I'm very anxious because when
Let's see
for-
how much weight we can cut in 7 days.
as many people know, the sun is not going down in Idaho until 10 o'clock.
That's true.
Right? So
Yeah.
Fun fact, guys, it doesn't get dark till 10 o'clock here in
So
Idaho.
for me, I'm like, I see that as daylight and like things I need to be doing, right?
Yeah.
Not at a gym. Like I hate going to a gym when it's daylight because I feel like I could be doing better
Yeah.
things with my
Yeah.
time. So basically, it's like almost 10, and I'm like, well, should I wait to go to the gym at 10? And then I'm like, okay, then I get back at 11:15 or whatever it is. So it's hard for me to go because I'd rather go out and enjoy the daylight that we have because we have 6 months of essentially darkness,
Right.
where it gets dark at whatever it is 5 o'clock every day, and it's depressing. And I like to enjoy my summers to the fullest extent.
Understandable.
If that makes I don't
No,
know. That
makes
sense to
perfect
people.
sense.
So
Yeah.
feeling unmotivated, need to get back into it. So Morgan, how was your weekend?
Yeah.
Thanks for asking, Anthony. So on Friday, when I got off work, some of my friends called me and they asked if I wanted to go to Quinn's Pond. And
It's like the beach here in Boise, only it's a very large pond.
it's a very
Yeah.
large
I
pond.
believe there's an Ebola breakout. a couple years
It
ago.
wasn't- That's some kind of
wasn't
horrible breakout.
Ebola,
They didn't have a bowl.
Not a
Okay, what was it?
E. coli.
Same thing.
No.
I don't know which one's worse.
Ebola's worse.
Well,
They're
what's-
both bad, but Ebola's way
but
worse.
if you
Coli just
but
makes
if
you
you
go to the
think
bathroom
of
a lot.
if you think of E. coli, that's gross.
There wasn't a best-selling horror book about.
Is okay.
E. coli.
So is E. coli? Is that more of like a Montezuma's revenge type of sickness? Both ends.
Kind of both ends.
You could
and
call it poop disease.
You could
Is
technically die from E.
It's
coli.
bad.
because you're
Well, if there's
Pooping
enough
to
of
death.
it in there, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's in
Eh.
there's really way too much to
So we
Is that
don't
how-
want
is
to.
that
We
how-
And
don't.
it
No.
comes from uncooked meat.
is that
Yeah,
how Elvis
and-
died?
Comes
No.
from
It was on
No.
the. Remember when it was on the
No.
romaine lettuce,
Yes.
and they had to pull all the romaine lettuce out of
I
the
remember
stores?
that.
That was
Huge.
like a couple
E.
months
coli
ago.
is a result of fecal matter finding its way onto things and tainting like goods,
Tainting.
and basically,
Tinting goods.
yeah.
Isn't that
So like,
disgusting?
there's E. coli lettuce. The different. Anyway,
that's one of
salmonella
my
is another
favorites,
issue for
is
that
the
kind of
E.
stuff
coli
too.
lettuce.
Wow, that's
Delicious.
Sick. That's
Tastes
absolutely
got a bit of a
disgusting.
bitter taste to it.
No,
That's sick.
I had to laugh when he said Elvis, and I'm like, no, that's totally different. It's totally different.
Oh, good.
Nothing
Anyway,
to do
so
with
you
that.
went to Quinn's. It
So
was
I
E.
went-
coli free.
It was a coli free so far. So
Yeah.
as far as we know, it's a coli free. My friends, the reason that they wanted to go is because they bought a $200 flamingo floaty, which was at least the size of this room.
I was gonna say, it
just
must have
for
been some
just for
floaty.
the seating area.
Yeah.
It was made for like 10 to 12 adults.
Yeah, they
It
wanted to
was
take it out on the
huge.
lake and
Yes.
ride
And
it.
So we blew it up. We had to pay actually Levi's nephew.
My nephew Wilson,
His nephew Wilson actually
who-
blew
friend
up.
of the podcast.
Yes, he blew
Never
up
met
our
him before.
flamingo, and it was really big. And we were all like, "Oh my gosh!" 'Cause
Shout out to Wilson at Idaho River Sports.
yeah. And
Wilson
so
Gates?
No, Colby.
Colby.
so we got it.
Nice.
We got the flamingo all set to go, and we had to take it now out to the water. And just think about how big this thing is. Literally, it's huge. And so we're carrying it. We're trying to manipulate it into the water without hitting any children.
Well, yeah, you just mow people down with that thing.
Mm-hmm.
I just hit him.
And it was also very hot on the concrete. And
Oh, yeah.
obviously, it wasn't like, oh, I
You guys-
planned for this lake day. It was like I got off work and I had to ask Brandon to bring me a pair of shorts because,
Yeah,
so I was like, I have.
you're in work clothes.
Yeah, so I was like, this is it. This is what I just have to do, and it's just going to be fine, whatever. So we get in, and we should have rented some oars because
yeah.
that thing is very big, and it's really hard to maneuver in the water.
Well, it's a
So
circle, right?
don't
So
take it.
just
So don't take it down the
spins.
river.
So don't take it down the river.
Oh.
Yeah, don't take it down the river. Unless, you probably could with the oars. I wouldn't. But, so we were, like, basically stuck out on the water because we couldn't move
Someone
it.
have to get out and
Somebody
like
had
kick it
to
along.
get out, and it came with like a little kickboard, like floaty thing.
How deep is Quinn's Pond?
I don't know.
Fairly deep. They
It's-
used to bury
really?
cars out there.
Is it
Whoa.
really?
Yeah.
Not at Siemens Gulch.
No, this was Quinn's Pond was full of old cars back in the old days.
No way.
Before they did that whole redesign
Yeah.
of the place,
Yeah.
they pulled everything out. They scraped the bottom of it, cleaned everything, but they pulled a bunch of old cars out of it.
So they dredged it.
Fun fact: at Simplot Park next door, they were digging all that up to build the park and build
Yeah.
that lake and the other stuff that are connecting to it, and they had to stop because they found about 50 barrels buried in the ground. They
What?
didn't really know what it was, so
They ever find out?
they think it's some sort of oil, some form of petroleum, some sort. So they
Crazy. I love
There's
pulled
history.
probably
those
a
out.
reason that those
So
are there.
basically, Old Boise. This was a very this was a dumping ground of some sorts.
Cool.
They turned it into a gorgeous pond and a very beautiful park.
So
The-
no more E. coli.
no, so fun fact.
Sad fact, dogs aren't allowed anymore.
So
Aw.
well, here's why. So 2 years ago, year ago, they have a kiddie area
Yeah.
like for kids to play in that is very shallow and a nice area.
Not
that
cats.
already says no dogs allowed because it's for children.
Yeah.
So, people let their dogs go in the water because it's the north end of Boise and they love their dogs more than human life.
Yeah.
And so they would let their dogs go in there. The dogs would go to the bathroom
In the water.
in the water.
Oh, sick.
The parents that were there were like, "What are you doing? Get your dog out of here." The dog owners were telling the parents, like,
Get your kid out of here.
"Get your kid out of here.
Yeah.
This is the dog pool." And they go, "This is not a dog. Dog pool is on the other side over here." They're like, "Sorry, man. Dogs have rights too."
Boise's looking great in this story.
Just telling you, it's just the north end. It's just how it goes.
Sucks. Don't move here.
But basically, they had to close it.
Yeah.
That little kid area, they had to drain it, they had to clean it all out, they had to dry it out, and then they could refill it again because and so they posted this all over Facebook. It was all over the North End group, and it was
Yeah, that's what I
hilarious.
remember
It's
vividly.
hilarious to read all the comments of people talking about how their fur babies needed a place to cool off. and not the real children.
And vice versa
And
with
when-
the children. The people were pitted against each other
Well,
in a major
like,
way.
Parks Department would come out and go like, we have a spot for dogs. There is a spot for dogs to go. There is a spot for kids to play in. There is a spot for adults to
Humans.
play in.
Everybody
Like-
else.
Like, stop. Like, stop putting your dog. Like, everybody's got a spot. Enjoy it. And the dog people are like, it's just not fair that like humans get to have all the spots for the water and the dogs only get one area. Like, it was really it really painted us in a bad light.
It's pretty dumb.
It's
How
super
sad.
fun. So anyway, but it was E. coli free. You guys got stuck out on the lake.
Yeah, and we had
Who drove the short straw to?
we made
paddle?
Brandon swim.
So the shortest guy
I was gonna say,
literally
that-
drew the short
That's
straw.
not fair. He's so short, like his legs barely
I
have
think
enough.
it's
Well,
fair.
he had a lot
Can't
of torque.
build the power.
He had a lot of torque.
Right.
A lot
okay.
shorter.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know.
True. Actually, that is. Think
Yeah.
about that. The torque. They actually needed more torque in that situation due to the weight of.
Well,
that
the size
Same
of that, the size of it, the
strength,
number of
shorter
people.
paddle. Okay, yeah.
A little more.
Yeah.
I mean, he was probably doing that mermaid thing, like the.
He's got the flippers.
worm.
the
Yeah.
kipper up.
Yep.
Yeah.
The kipper thing. Yeah.
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 So all around, that was an enjoyable time. It was very extra of them to purchase that giant flamingo.
How much
but
was that?
It was $200.
It's a lot of money.
What happened to it?
It's at our friend's
They
house.
cut it
now.
up and put it in the trash
Say
when they were
it got
done with it.
popped
We
and
just
it's
recycled
done.
it.
Yeah.
Oh,
How
So,
small did that get back to being?
I would say it fit in a box, like the size of this drawer.
That's not too bad.
Okay.
It wasn't too bad
Hmm.
because it really did deflate like fully.
You gotta like reverse vacuum it or something.
Yeah.
Pull the air out.
So we got it. And then Saturday, obviously, we had our event here. It was very hot,
It was hot.
and carrying everything across the street back and forth when we were finished was
fun.
a workout. Was painful. And then Sunday, I just kind of relaxed. My parents wanted me to come over for dinner that night. And so I got to my parents' house, and I was just talking to my mom, catching up. And I hear my dad say the S word.
Matt swore.
He did. He swore. And
What?
Matt doesn't
Amazing.
swear normally, right? He's
He
not.
must have stubbed his toe.
He chopped
something.
his finger,
No.
like a good chunk
Oh.
of his finger.
Okay, well, that's
Oh.
all right then. I guess he can swear on that.
And my
He
mom
earned
goes,
it.
my mom was like, "Did you cut yourself?"
Oh.
And like, he was like, "Yeah." And my mom was like, so all Matt was doing was literally opening a package of something. He was opening a package and he used a knife, which is a very
And then cut his-
man dad thing to do
I
rather
open
than
everything
This
with a knife.
this is
Use
why
the
I
scissors.
I get this feeling
Dane
every
loves
time I
using
know
scissors.
there's always the knife guy, right? The guy who has to like, guys, I have a knife. Do you need a knife? I have a knife. And
Yeah.
there's
What are
always
you-
that guy.
Dane, what are you saying right now?
You know what?
You understand?
he's gonna
If this
say it.
sounds like
technically-
you're being attacked,
I
then you
technically
must be the knife
wield
guy.
the largest knife.
Sounds like it's
out of this
compensating.
group.
Oof. Okay, so
Ragnarok.
knife.
So
Knife.
Biggest
Guy.
knife sword ever.
Some
So-
people just can't help it.
Right.
Again, this is why I was bequeathed Ragnarok, because Dane doesn't like knives, guys.
Anthony.
It's just obnoxious. Anyway, continue more.
So we're gonna keep this the short version because no one really wants to hear about my dad and his finger bleeding all over. But basically,
I kind of do, because Matt's a good guy, and I know that he was probably frightened. He was probably very worried,
Scared,
but he
yeah.
was also
Um,
very calm and collected.
yes, he was. He wasn't making a big deal out of it at all. He still wanted to finish. He wanted
He wanted
to
to
make
see what
me a
was in the-
margarita. Is
Oh.
what he wanted to do, and I said, "You need to calm down because you're bleeding so much right now."
He was
and
just
so,
spraying it everywhere.
yeah,
It's
so my
just
mom
like a
didn't want to
thing.
look, right? Because my mom just doesn't like that kind of stuff.
She one
But
of
I
those
was a
gals that
pre-med
faints?
student and I had been a CNA, so I already had been with this kind of thing.
So you
and
jumped in there.
So I was like,
Took a
he
drink.
had a napkin because he had just grabbed, a paper towel,
Yeah.
the closest thing. So he's holding it like this, and like you can see, like it's bleeding. And so I was like, okay, like I need to look and see how much it's bleeding. I need to see if it's a small cut or because like if it's a big cut, like I'm gonna have to take you somewhere because mom's gonna make me do that. And so he like took it off. He took the paper towel off, and immediately the hole filled with blood. His little
Yeah.
oasis on his fingers filled with blood. And I was like, oh my god. And so I was
And
like,
you guys didn't throw up. Nobody threw up.
no.
Okay,
And I
good.
was like, okay, so put the thing back on. So he's holding it, and I was like, all right, where's like your first aid kit? Like, what.
Yeah, let me
you
get
know.
this.
And so, my parents have like a first aid kit, like a box basically of like all of their like medicine, like any like cough drops or anything is all in one place. And so I went and grabbed that box, and there was like some gauze in there, and then there was like the wrap, like the sticky wrap stuff. And so I was like, okay, we're just going to have to do this really quickly. So I'm going to fold this piece of gauze for you, and you're going to have to hold it on your finger, and then we're going to have to wrap it. And hopefully if you stop, picking the paper up off, it'll clot itself and you'll be fine in the morning. And he was like, okay. So we did that. And then after dinner, he wanted to take it off because he said that his finger was feeling, when you wrap something really tight, you just kind of want to take it off. And I was like, it's still, like, I have a feeling it's still going to be bleeding if you take that off right now. And he was like, well, I just want to unwrap it a little bit. It's just a little bit too tight. And Brandon was like, I want to see. And I was like, no, we're not unwrapping the whole thing. We're not undoing the whole process of what we did.
So then your dad and Brandon decided to go do their own inspection and take everything off.
So I said,
undo all your
okay,
handiwork.
let me go get you a new piece of the wrap.
Yeah.
Right? And I come out, and it's just completely undone. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, so is it still bleeding? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. So we're going to have to redo this, but now we're going to have to redo it more because now we were out of the tape. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to go to Walgreens. And I went to Walgreens down the street, and I bought what they have. It's like an anti-bleeding powder.
Yeah. Yep.
So I bought some of those.
It's coagulating powder.
Mm-hmm. And so my dad poured that
Mostly
on.
used for bullet holes. Fun
Yeah.
fact.
Yeah.
So my dad poured some of that on his finger, and he did not like how that felt.
Oh, really?
That hurt for him. So
But the cut didn't.
yeah. So we poured that on his finger, and then put the gauze over it, and then wrapped it again. And I bought a finger splint thing.
Oh, that was very nice.
So that he wouldn't want to mess with it. The temptation of wanting to play with that. So that's what we did. The next morning, I was like, if that still is hurting in the morning, you should probably just go see like an urgent care or something.
So when I used to do vinyl, and I would be early in my career, I worked at a custom shop for a bit, and I would install things on cars. So we put plastics, we put moldings, we put trim, all kinds of things like that. You'd have the knives, the Olfa blades, and vinyl wrappers. That's what they're using, the zip blade knives.
Break off little knives.
To break off a blade so you could cut stuff when we were pinstriping or I was doing vinyl graphics. Every once in a while, I would cut the ever-living snot out of myself.
Yeah, those ones are
With one of
always just a recipe for...
Right. But you got to do it. You got to use them.
Yeah.
So what we did was you'd grab one of those blue shop towels, wrap it around, and then you would just get some tape, painter's tape, and tape it shut. The other thing you'd do is you'd put a thing of super glue in your toolbox.
Mm-hmm.
So when you would cut yourself, you'd go, grab an alcohol wipe it, super glue it, then blow it dry, then wrap it with the towel, then tape it, and then you keep working.
And just keep going until you do it again.
Yeah. So I now bring liquid bandage home. So that's what I use now for any cut. So when I got this cut, a couple weeks ago, it wouldn't stop bleeding. I super glued it.
Rather than waiting around for it to do its thing.
Threw
You just
some super
hurry it
glue
along.
on it,
Yeah.
put a Band-Aid on it, was good to go.
Call it good.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
might need to get Matt some glue next time. Just tell him to glue his finger shut.
Maybe.
Am I remembering correctly, or was super glue originally created for that
Technically,
purpose?
super glue was originally invented for wounds to
Yeah.
glue your skin back together.
Just in lieu of
So-
stitches, you could do it
Yeah.
faster if it was capable
Yeah, it was
of being
it was a wartime
put close
thing.
enough.
Very
Yeah.
good. So
All right. So yeah, that was my weekend. I was a part-time doctor.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So you did some videos today.
Yeah, we did.
Got to shoot a little IK action.
We did. We did get some videos done. We got some video. I mean, we got a few videos done this week.
Yeah.
I guess starting yesterday, we got some list videos with G-Technic along with some new detox episodes coming up that I think a lot of people are going to be looking forward to.
Been a little while on
covering some
those.
good topics. I think that a lot of people will really like to talk about. And as many people know, just because we don't sell something doesn't mean we can't, film with those products and keep doing things. And like we try to bring the industry together, and we're not going to do that with only filming things that we sell.
Yeah, and I reached out to the boys and said, hey, since we're going to be wrapping the Suburban, do you think I could get a bottle of Halo?
Yeah.
And put it on the Suburban? Because, as we all know, Halo is the only PPF coating or vinyl wrap coating.
Specifically
designed for that. And they were like, dude, we'll come out. I'm like, all right, come out to the event. Come hang out with us. That sounds great. And they
Eric
did.
was like, bro, we'll come out.
He said, bro, I'm coming.
But it's fun because I've never been out our way.
Like,
yeah. Well, and it was great because I like Eric. We've gone back a long time.
Eric's the best, dude. He's awesome.
It was fun to be able to just spend time with him. But it was great. So they just came out for that. And they didn't have to do that. They could have easily have just sent a bottle of Halo and said, here you go. Yeah, no problem. Thanks, brother. But they actually took the time, came out. They were educating customers on Halo at the event. We got to put Halo on a 1-year-old wrap already.
Yeah.
And that changed it. That thing looked gorgeous.
It looked
when
new
it was
again.
done. Yeah. Beautiful. So
Looking for the fly.
really nice stuff. And we just had fun with the guys. Like they're just good guys, a lot of fun. We got to eat at Boise Fry Company a couple times, which was good.
Yep.
But yeah, just had fun. Can't wait to hang out with those guys again. So
so him and Andrew, thank you, Eric and Andrew, for coming out.
Appreciate it,
Thank
guys.
you to them.
So, but yeah, today's video was all about the IK Pro 2s. So the
Very
IK
nice.
Multi and the foam. We went through both of those, basically just doing an introduction video to the new sprayers, showing a couple of the key differences with the raised capacity and just kind of how they work and what you do with them.
Yeah.
Now, we have been selling the Pro 2s now for a couple weeks, and they've been awesome. People have been loving them. Really, I think the biggest thing is just we want people to know that they are the successor to the 1.5s.
Yeah.
And so we love the 1.5s, but it's kind of hard because, with the Pro 2s being ever so slightly more expensive, it's kind of hard to justify to continue selling the 1.5s. I mean, I'll never say never, but it's just one of those things that's still...
They're still a great item. There's nothing wrong with them.
No,
They
the
still
1.5s
work
are
perfectly.
fantastic. They are. It's just a matter of, do we continue to sell those or continue to sell the successor to that for just slightly more and offer a more premium product? And that's
True.
We kind of have to
Figure out how you want to settle that.
Yeah.
But
So-
a lot of people have been going crazy for the 4th of July sale. A lot of people hopefully have
true.
already received their new red, white, and blue mitts
Yeah.
that we had. We hope you guys enjoy those. They're a lot of
limited
fun.
edition.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, technically, okay, so how should I say this? They are limited because we only have limited quantities of them, but they are something that we would only sell on like a Flag Day.
Yeah. Yeah, Flag Day holiday.
So we have a couple coming up, right?
Yeah, we got Labor Day still coming up.
We have Veterans Day.
And Veterans Day in November. So
Yeah.
we still got some time. We can sell them again. So that'd
Yeah.
be cool. And then one of the... did you ever figure out your bag situation yet, Dane?
I did. I have a new Timbuktu wandering pack.
So you
Wanderer
went
pack.
with
So you
the
went with
Wanderer.
Timbuktu. Nice.
What
How do you
made-
like
Right,
the
before we get
Wanderer?
into this, I gotta go, guys. So I hope
Right,
you
she's
enjoy
got
your
an
bag
appointment to
talk.
run to.
See
Yeah.
ya,
Have fun with
Morgan.
the bag
She's
talk.
escaping before the bag talk
I
starts.
was wondering
again.
what the key sounds were coming
Yep.
from.
Oh,
what
you
she
know,
was doing.
sometimes I just fiddle.
Let me know when you see that fly, because I'm going to make an attack.
Do it. Get it. Get
Yes.
All right. So yeah,
All right.
got
Bye,
myself
Morgan.
the Timbuktu.
So now that she's
So-
gone, I would like to say that me and Levi actually have a stronger claim.
We do have a stronger claim
Morgan?
than Morgan does.
Despite her being a female and despite her and Carolyn's talk, we are the stronger claim.
When a king or father would pass down his most prized possession,
Yeah.
sword, 3/4 ton Suburban,
Yeah. Same. It's pretty much the same
basically the same thing. That usually meant that they were the chosen one to not only lead the family, but the legacy was being handed down.
thing. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean that's a pretty strong claim.
Well,
Like you, where they brought you into the office and told you
Correct.
that that's their plan going
Yeah.
forward.
They did tell me. That's
so
exactly what they
that's a
told me.
very strong claim. I
Yeah.
mean, as far as I'm concerned, our claims are far stronger than
Yeah.
I mean that of a true-born son, firstborn son,
okay.
Yeah.
even.
Okay.
Absolutely. What is a true-born son? I mean, at the end of the day.
I mean, realistic. I mean, what they did, like they sent Sam to the wall.
Yeah.
the Tarleys. He was the firstborn, and they still sent him to the wall.
They did. So it's like that's where I'm
Could
like,
happen to the Hennens as well. They
Yeah.
could say, Dane, we're gonna sorry,
send him to the wall.
but
They could absolutely
Woof.
do that. And me, maybe not being Jon Snow, but me being a good friend, I would bring Dane back and say, you could work under me.
I like that. Yeah. You're gracious. So, I think you'll be a wonderful leader.
Thank you.
Let's all just remember he got stabbed to death.
Brought back.
And brought back, Dane.
And brought
Well.
back. So I'm just throwing that out there.
Wow.
So,
Now,
but no, I like that. I think you're right in
Yeah.
that situation. So
getting back into the bag situation.
So you got a Timbuktu Wanderer, huh?
Right.
Welcome
Got
to the Timbuktu crowd.
Wanderer.
What color did you get it in?
I'm going to have to go double check. I believe it was black.
Okay.
They didn't give a lot of
Stealth.
options. There was surplus and there was black. So,
Surplus is the color I have. In
it's that kind of bluish,
It's the
greenish.
navy blue.
Yeah, it's interesting. No,
Have
I
you-
went with the...
Are
what?
you taking the blue bag? Your Timbuktu bag?
I am taking that backpack, but then I'm still torn. I'm looking at a Timbuktu Copilot
Co-pilot.
to bring with me as my main carry-on, my
So,
main bag.
I didn't mean to.
22
cut you off.
inch.
No,
I said
yeah.
Continue.
So basically, I
stealth.
settled
Do you
on
like
the
it?
Wanderer because I haven't even opened it yet. It's
Oh.
over there. But I'm
Oh,
excited
I'll have to go
to
look at
check
it.
it out. I think
Yeah.
it'll be big enough for me to haul all of the normal stuff I bring clothes-wise, extra pair of shoes because it's got that compartment at the top
Yes,
meant
very
just
nice.
for shoes. Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, it came down to a price consideration when
Yeah.
I was getting it. It was either that or go for a nicer bag, but at that point, then I would have to get a cheaper set of noise-canceling headphones because I was trying to balance out
yes.
what I was doing with the budget I
Yeah.
had for it. So
Oh,
I
did you
said,
end up getting the noise canceling
yes, I
headphones?
did.
Which the ones I got?
The 900s.
I don't think that's them.
I think I have 900s.
Okay. Well, I got the Sony 900s.
Okay.
So it's noise canceling.
Either way, you got one of ours.
It's basically the second best on their list of all their ones. So the
Okay.
1000 is the top of the line,
Uh-huh.
and the 1000 and the 900 have the same noise canceling tech, but there's like high res
Mine might be a
audio on the
700.
1000.
They're noise canceling too, but they're not superb.
Right.
They're
It's
good.
somewhere
They're
between
great,
the
but
two.
I have to look at the ones I got.
Yeah.
Mine are pretty.
I think you might have the 1000.
Mine might be
then.
700s or 900s. I don't remember.
When I put mine on, I feel like I'm putting on a Cadillac.
You do, yeah.
So
And
those were basically the difference between a $230 pair of headphones versus a $300 pair of headphones.
So you're set though. You've got your headphones. You got your new bag.
'Cause
You're
I'm not
going to be good to go.
Yeah.
My consideration
go.
was I don't wear headphones enough outside of trips and stuff for me to feel like I had to get the absolute best of the best of the best. Because I'm not, like, you see those guys walking around, they got their, headphones.
You don't
And
live
it's
in
just
'em.
their headphones guy. Kind of like Knife Guy. They got their headphones. They're walking everywhere. They're doing their thing. That's not necessary. And, yeah, but yours is like Bluetooth because you're having conversations a lot. Most of these guys are just listening to something.
Yeah, mine
So-
are also, my headphones are Bluetooth, and I'll use them when I'm detailing, and I'll answer my phone. Hey, what's up?
Oh, yeah. No, I hear you there. But basically, I decided, not necessary
Yeah,
for this.
okay.
So
All right.
went that route, got the bag that I knew could hold a lot of stuff. It was just a matter of choosing, did I want something that maybe had a few more options, few more
Well, fun fact,
things?
lifetime warranty.
And for people
Yeah.
that are interested, price point for people that also want to pick up this bag.
Okay,
via
so-
your Amazon links.
It was like in the 160 to 180 range.
Not bad. Way more affordable. You were looking at that $300 bag.
Yeah, no, the
previously.
other bag I was looking at that I was very serious about was about 230, 240.
Wow.
Well, I hope it lasts.
That's not even
Good
the
long
peak. The
while.
peak was like 300.
Yeah.
But no, I wanted to find something that would last, be tough, but had a lot of room in it. Because I was
Yeah.
looking for capacity in this case. The hard part, though, was there were some where you have a ton of space. It's like, oh, this would be awesome. But then every review and every video review you saw on them talked about, oh, it's a cool bag. It can haul a lot of stuff. However, the actual shoulder straps and stuff are garbage. They just dig into you, and it's really
Ooh,
uncomfortable. And
Dane
I
would
thought,
hate that.
on a long trip, that's the last thing I need.
But it's got the handle, so you can drag it.
Right,
So
so
you
I got the
always have to
handle.
carry
So the
it.
Timbuktu was a compromise. It wasn't the most comfortable based on everything I saw, but it was at least good compared to some of the other
So you're
options
going
I
to
saw out
be. There's
there.
a possibility you'll be carrying 2 bags rolling
Yeah.
behind you.
Were you
Basically.
more wanting what would hold the biggest load?
Basically, I was looking at the 30 to 40 liter range.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're still you
So
are
like
not
40 of these.
But you will only be a 2-bag person, meaning you'll have your backpack technically.
Oh, the backpack and a pelican.
And a pelican. And
But the backpack has the capability to roll.
so and that's where
Like a duffel.
And that's where, should we, me and you
This backpack actually doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't? It's just
There's no wheels or anything.
It's just a very
It's a
large
backpack, or I can turn it like a duffel, but that's it.
do me and you
Okay.
consolidate cuz are you
So if I have to check something, it's gonna have to be the pelican.
How many loads
Or
are
I
you
just get one of
holding?
you guys to carry it if
I'm
I'm
taking
not
my
allowed
backpack,
to take
and
it.
then I need to get a smaller bag.
Yeah.
Because Rag Force 1, I am worried about, or Bag Force 1, I should say. I'm worried about it making it all the way over there and back and being in workable condition.
Sure.
A little gun shy. And then the English gentleman is not
Worse for
fit
wear.
for service for another trip back to his homeland.
Yeah.
So I am
can't go
also
home.
so that's why I'm looking at the Timbuktu Copilot,
Yeah.
which is a 22-inch roller case, like a kind of an over like a just a smaller,
Yeah.
just 22 inches instead of 24, which
Right.
is what the Bag Force 1 is. So
What are you doing?
I just
That's-
don't like buying bags.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to have to do that.
I am like I told you I'm between a rock and a hard place because
Well, your
'cause-
orange bag is just the right size.
Okay. Yes and no. It's almost too big for what I need, right? Because I never pack that thing full. I need something between the largest bag size and the medium bag size, if that makes sense,
That's
right?
what
The
you have.
No, it's pretty damn big. And so I don't know whether to bring that. It's a hard shell case. What I'm thinking realistically is
The duffel bag.
I hate getting stuck with a Pelican case. If we were bringing one Pelican case,
That's
and
what we
Dane-
are. We're
and
bringing one.
we're only bringing one.
I was just gonna bring one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's only
Then
bringing
I have
one
no
Pelican.
problems. Then I literally have nothing to complain
Basically,
about.
That's
I
what
need.
I'm saying. What do you like? Your bag, orange bag will be fine.
So I thought we were bringing because remember, because normally I have a backpack and then I
Yeah.
have my orange case and a Pelican case,
No.
and those two
No.
together.
We're taking
clip
2
my
items
heels.
each. That's it.
So basically, my compromise was going to be if it came down to it, I was going to carry the Pelican and then that backpack, which they may end up making me give the Pelican to one of you guys if you have a free hand and a free carry-on situation, because there's a difference between the personal item and the carry-on. They treat those differently in terms of size. So basically, if you can't stuff it under the seat in front of you, which my backpack probably won't be able to, it's an
It's
overhead
gonna
only
go
kind of
over the
situation.
overhead, yeah.
So then I wouldn't be allowed to bring the Pelican on too.
I feel like the Pelican could fit under a. And technically, you could be that dude that put both bags. There are people that put their purses and stuff in the overhead bins.
Yeah, the
I saw
Pelican.
I saw a guy put.
Dane,
cr-
we're
I saw-
flying first class in Alaska,
Dane,
so
I
you'll
saw-
be fine.
I saw a guy put crutches up in the overhead. I'm like, dude, you are such a
Savage,
freaking.
savage.
No, all I can think is I don't want to be the guy who's singled
So
out of
here's
like,
the deal.
oh, you're the guy who brought the two big bags.
Here's the
Really?
deal. Here's the deal, Dane. We're flying first class from Seattle to Boise. Boise to Seattle, right? We'll be first on the plane.
Sure.
You have plenty of room. You just throw your bags in. They can't say anything.
That'll be the best 40 minutes of my
But
life.
then here's
So
the
then-
problem.
No, listen to this.
Okay.
Second flight,
Mm-hmm.
Delta Comfort Plus, business class, from Seattle to Amsterdam.
Mm-hmm.
Second one's on the plane. We have our own designated section.
Sure.
2 bags, boom, boom, done. You're good.
I'm not sure they'll let me. Period.
Amsterdam is only a 45-minute flight from Amsterdam to London. We'll be all right. We'll just jump on the plane and go.
See, that's the issue, though. I don't want to get like, oh, we're one flight in, and then, oh, I'm sorry, sir, you can't do that. And then I'm stuck in a situation of, well, crap, now I can't check it. I'm already here,
No,
and
they
now
just
we got a problem.
They just take it from you. It's cool.
Well,
The first flight is a different flight, so we just check, and they'll just put it in the hold, and then you'll just gate check it when you get off. And then on the next flight, you just walk in and throw it in the overhead bin. On an international flight, it's going to be a huge plane, plenty of room. Need to
see,
worry about it.
that stuff doesn't jibe with me very well.
All right,
Mostly
well,
it's just
enjoy.
because, like, excuse me, Dane Hennen, could you please come to the front service desk?
Authority.
You appear to be a giant douchebag and brought too many items for this flight.
I mean, that is true, and I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah.
But I am gonna say that you're gonna be fine. They're not gonna get you.
Basically, my move, all
I know
that
you're
would
always
be,
worried about it.
is hand one of you the Pelican case.
Quite
That's
literally,
fine.
Dane, the only thing that you can't do is bring batteries on this flight.
Yeah. So
bandolier of batteries.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
do that.
yeah, if
Love
you do,
that.
check it.
I'll figure out the bag situation, but ultimately, I was thinking
Yeah.
about picking up maybe some video games for the flight. I'm
Oh,
not
very
really
nice.
sure.
Can do.
I'll think about
Well, you and I are sitting together for the majority of the flight
to London.
to London,
Mhm.
as
Okay.
well as on the flight to Seattle. So it's normal, but
Yeah,
it is you and
Yeah.
I.
yeah. So
It's
we'll.
only 2 seats.
That's perfect.
It'd be comfy.
You know what?
And then
It'd be
Dane
nice.
and his father will be 2 seats behind. Just boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm
It's a
just really looking forward to that.
2-4-2, I think, or 2-5-2 or something. The way
I
it's
know
set.
that Jeff is going to
flight.
be out. He's gonna sleep the
He's
whole
gonna
time.
sleep the whole time. He'll eat some
And-
food and then he'll go to sleep. He'll try to watch a movie and then fall asleep. in, like,
He
first 5
has
minutes.
this masterful way of falling asleep during any movie. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter what time of day it is. If there's a movie, he gets about 10 minutes in, and there it is.
Well, it's because
Yeah.
he doesn't sleep
So-
during the rest of the time.
Yeah.
He's always
No,
awake.
his mind is going a million miles an hour when he
Yeah.
is awake.
So when he watches a movie, he falls asleep.
Yeah.
But anyway, so you got a bag. That's cool.
Mhm.
I like that you bought a Timbuktu. Like I said, I'm looking at a Copilot. I found a
Yeah.
2014 model on Closeout
Mm.
that looks like it'll fit my needs. I need to measure some of my current baggage.
Is this an Amazon item or is
It is
this
an Amazon item.
Okay, so you're expecting to get this before we leave.
Yes.
Okay.
So I am. I'm going to measure the bags that I currently have just to make sure that they're big enough. If they're not at that, if I have a 21-inch bag or 22-inch bag at my house, I'll just grab one of those and use it in the meantime. But,
One thing I did learn from a lot of the reviews on bags that I looked at, everybody mentions packing cubes, and that's a useful tool. So I actually
is that?
got
so
packing
you bought pot?
cubes.
Wow. All
Yeah.
right.
What is
so
that, Dane?
in my office right now, along with the bag,
Dane's set
is a
packing
selection
cubes?
of various size packing cubes that I ordered, and they should be helpful in making
So
the most of the space
you,
in that bag.
Fold your clothes. So, like, let's say Dane's like, this is going to be my outfit for Friday. This is going to be my outfit for Saturday. And he packs everything into that cube. Underwear, pants, shorts, shirt,
You
whatever
just kind
it
of
is.
divvy it up.
He puts it in that little cube, and then that cube is one outfit. And then the next cube is the next outfit. The next cube. is the
How
next
do you fit these into these square cubes?
You
So,
fold them up so that they're
the idea
you have to fold them very nicely.
Is you fold your stuff to fit into these cubes. These cubes are then able to have
Keep
a little
everything-
flex, but they don't expand beyond a certain amount. So that way you're guaranteed that
So
space
as it
is the most
shuffles-
efficiently packaged area as
Yeah.
possible.
So that way when it shuffles around and the bag's being tossed, the things don't come undone.
Yeah, so your stuff doesn't come undone and expand within the bag. They're
Yeah.
compressed into these smaller packages, so it doesn't actually take up space. It helps you make better use of
So
the space.
what
you
I
have.
do with my space is I just roll everything. I just fold my pants.
and that's
I
a good
roll
way to
everything,
do it too.
Shirts, everything's rolled. Underwear, socks, everything's rolled. Then I just have rolls.
So basically, I'm doing that, but then I'm putting them into these cubes. So that way, if stuff gets jostled around enough, I'm not like dealing with individual items being loose. They're just contained in these little cubes.
I need to try to keep the most space open
Well,
as
what
possible for
you
when
do
I
is
go
you just
to the.
throw stuff in. I know how you. I watch you pack. You
Yeah.
just toss
Yeah.
pants and shirts,
Absolutely.
and then you just zip it up.
Yep.
I just need to save room
Everything's
for all
wrinkled.
of my Triumph clothes that I'm gonna be wearing when I come
Oh,
home.
yeah. He's going to be looking for legit Triumph
You're gonna be like
merchandise
the,
while he's there.
You're going to be like Todd Helm, but instead of Ducati outfit, you're going to have Triumph.
Yeah.
It's true. It's
Gonna
true.
be nice.
I can't
He
wait
will.
to be like Todd Helm.
I hope he sees and hears this.
So I think
No,
no.
Todd went when he was in Italy. He went to the Ducati thing and bought a bunch of
And
Ducati
why
stuff.
wouldn't he?
Yeah,
I don't
the
doubt
Ducati
it.
thing.
I don't doubt it.
I'm saying your
I'm
love
just
for Triumph
saying-
is equal to his love of Ducatis.
I don't think so.
Pretty
I
sure.
just
It's
want a
greater?
couple cool shirts, and
Quite possibly greater.
I don't know about that. So yeah, we'll just have to see. I mean, we're really looking forward to it. We'll talk more about it next Monday, obviously, on the main show
Oh.
podcast.
Yeah. So Monday we're going to do a podcast, and then for the rest of the week we're possibly going to be having the rest of the Rag Company take over. A podcast action, maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see.
We're trying to figure out what we're going to do with that.
We may
time
do
while
a
we're away.
live podcast if we have service.
If we have service, we will attempt a live while we are out and about in the various English countryside
old
locations
England.
that we will be.
Yeah.
And as far as this week goes, yes, we will have a Q&A
Q&A
Thursday, so you
Thursday
can look
this
forward
Thursday.
to that.
Get ready.
But we did want to put it out there, and we'll remind you guys again at Q&A Thursday this week that no, next week, don't count on there being one, but we'll try if it's possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically the gist of it. And I notice here we're about to hit that 1 hour
I like
mark.
that. That was it's clean and sweet. I
Yeah.
like the way that works.
Yeah.
It's nice.
We finished it out with a
Right
little
at an
bag
hour.
talk, just like everybody enjoyed. I heard about it last time. They love that bag talk.
Oh,
Did they
man.
actually like the bag
No,
talk?
everybody
No,
complained
they're-
about it. They told them to wrap it up. And why did I listen to a podcast about bags?
Oh, wow.
Well, to
I
be
can't
fair,
believe I
we're
wasted 20 minutes listening to what bags are better than other bags.
see, that's the thing, though. I like to think that we're all enthusiasts in our own way, and sometimes we can learn to
Well-
appreciate other enthusiasms out
Yeah,
there.
like the guy in the middle.
Yeah,
The
like the
guy in the middle. I can always count on that. Hey, chubby guy in the middle, do this thing, do that thing, whatever.
I like that you're
Here we
two-fisting
go.
that.
That's right. I am
those
dual
microphones.
wielding microphones.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what that is.
Is that like a power move?
I think it
That's
is.
a
I
power
think he's
move.
trying to
Is that
stake
like-
his
It's
claim.
basically just staking my claim, make sure nobody confuses me with any of these other imposters
Yeah, I think that's
running
a,
in
I think
my mids.
I think the word is usurpers, Dane.
Usurpers is a fair term, and guess
Somebody-
what? They're not
okay.
gonna succeed. So
Okay, somebody hand
Technically,
me some
Dane is the
gum
usurper.
so
to
I
me.
can chew some gum like I'm chewing grain like the head cow.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
That's how
Okay.
you know there's a leader in the room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
Whoever's chewing and chomping louder, that's my power move.
Okay.
I just don't happen to have any gum on me right
Want
now.
to know my power move?
2 microphones?
Creating this podcast. You're welcome.
My power move is taking Dane's parking spot every day
Yeah, and driving Ragnarok.
and driving Ragnarok.
All
I'm
right,
thinking
and
about
on that
Great way
note-
to end it.
Thinking
Great
about
way
all
to
the
end
fun
it.
times he had as a youthful child. Thinking about how denied he is now.
Yeah, that you passed.
That
you were passed down the vehicle.
Oh man.
You get the vehicle, and I get to share those experiences now with my lineage and my posterity.
Yeah.
It's truly.
And someday Augie
It's
will,
an honor.
And someday Augie
I will
could
pass it down to.
potentially-
I would pass it down to my son,
Yeah.
like a true father would.
In a way,
So.
he's kind of like a golden retriever walking up to a bunch of bags next to a tree and just marking his territory.
Better.
You know, just
I think that's
kind
better.
of. I don't know where I got that idea
was
from.
a
It may
lot.
have had something to do with
Thankfully, those weren't my
certain
bags.
4th of July
Thankfully,
party. I
those weren't
saw.
my bags. Those were his
my
bags.
bag.
Okay, so he was just like, these are mine.
Yeah.
No.
Well, they smelled like him, and so that's why
Oh.
he went back over there. It was
He's
like,
just
oh,
making sure they continued to
Just so
smell
we know
like
they're
him.
good.
Oh, wonderful.
Absolutely. On that note,
And
All right.
on that bombshell, folks, let's wrap this up. So, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Main Show 100 was kind of a weird one, but sometimes that's the way it goes. So, at any rate, we will catch you again at live Q&A this Thursday upcoming, and next week we'll just kind of see how it goes while we're overseas. Thank you so much. We will catch you next time. Adios.
2 arms, 2 arms, 2 arms.